I'm going to be showing you how to make a super easy toy that looks like this, that your cat will go crazy for. Many of the supplies that you need for this toy are things that you may already have around your house. First, you'll need a pair of old socks, a pair of scissors, a Sharpie or could be any color, a cup, some cotton balls or any sort of soft thing that could be used as filler for the toy. Shredded pieces of paper also work really well. And then something that you may have to buy for this toy is a little bit of catnip. You definitely do not need this much. You only need a little bit, so if you have a little pack, it would be perfect. I just know you can get a big tub like this to make a whole bunch, but if you're only making some, then a little bit of catnip will go a long way. So without further ado, let's get to it. So the final result of our finished toy is going to look kind of like this, or it can be different types of style for different people, or if you use a smaller one, a little bit like that. I would say it's a little bit, you can definitely make a bigger toy with a bigger sock, but if you have smaller socks, then it'll just make a smaller toy. But either way, your cat is going to love it. So the first step for this toy is to take your cup. It can really be any size. I would say if you use a bigger sock, to use a bigger cup, but your choice for that preference. So then you're going to take your sock and you're going to put it in the cup and then pull it over. So pull the outsides over the cup just to wrap it around. And since this is a longer cup, you want to kind of pull it down a bit just so that the bottom of the stalk touches the bottom of the cup and that there's not just like a whole bunch of excess. That way you're able to get it all the way through. So you can see that it's nice hole, easy to put stuff in. So we're going to start by taking, if I can get it to balance, we're going to start by taking our cotton balls, or if you want to use shredded pieces of paper or foam or anything, you're going to do that. But for this example, I'm going to use cotton balls. So kind of with the cup, with the bigger sock, you're going to use more filler than you would with a smaller cup, with a smaller sock. So I'm going to start by putting 4 or 5 cotton balls in. I'm going to add one more to get to 5 and just to kind of feel where that's at to see how full it is. Obviously, if you want it to be smaller, you can put less, and then if you want it to be bigger, you can put more. So then you're going to take your catnip and add it into your cup. So I typically do about 2 pinches, but if you have ever seen a cat with catnip, they go crazy for it. So less is more in this case, and they will be just fine if you do not do a whole bunch. So that I did my 2 pinches, and that will definitely be enough for my cat to smell it. And next you're going to take your filler. Like I said, in this case mine's cotton balls, and you're going to add it back on top to cover it up and give the toy a little bit more body. And then once you've done that to how much you want, you can pull your sock off the cup. Be careful doing this because you want to make sure you don't fling anything out of the cup. Most of the catnip should be covered up by that filler item, but it's better safe than sorry. Just being gentle pulling this off. Okay. So now you can kind of mesh around your toy, get it to the type of texture you want, the type of appearance. If your cotton balls didn't quite lay where you want them, now you can fix them a little bit. Adjust that. You can even reach in and move them around if you need. Once you have done that, you're going to tie off your sock. Just in one nice little knot, just like so. And you're going to pull it nice and tight because you're going to make sure nothing gets out. So that now you have this little ball of the materials you put in and then the rest of it. So now you're going to fan out the rest of the material and you're going to take your scissors and cut it. You can see in previous ones that I did a jagged type tail for the fish. I'm also going to do a jagged tail, but you can do a wave or you can do a straight line, or you don't even have to cut it if you don't want to. That is up to how you want your final product for your toy to look like. And obviously if you used a smaller stalk, you're not going to have quite as much material left over, and that's okay. You'll just have a smaller tail for your fish. Both will look great. So you can see the kind of jagged little tail that I did. So we're almost done. Like I said, this is a super simple toy. Next, we're just going to take our Sharpie and we're going to be as creative as we want. So I'm going to draw a little fish face on mine. The little X for an eye, smile, and then some scales. But you can draw your fish however you want, or you don't even have to make it a fish. You can make it a completely different thing, or you don't even have to draw on it. This is up to how creative you want to be and how creative you're feeling. But you can see that's the little fish I drew with its little tail. And now we are all done with our toy and our cat is ready to play with it. Thank you for watching.